It sure looks like Middle-earth. Forgive my Lord of the Rings reference, but this is awesome! Welcome to Jawatan!
Only on Indonesia.
Right on the edge of Java Island is a place they call the Sunrise of Java. For a long time it was overlooked, but today this is a hit spot for its natural wonders. Tag along for a tour of Banyuwangi. Come see the beauty only on Indonesia. Right from the get-go, this city greets us with a grand welcome. The flight path gets you through the mountains. And now we arrive at Indonesia's first green terminal airport. Check it out! Officially opened in 2018, the terminal adopts the design of native Osing ethnic hat. We'll get into that in a bit. It can serve up to 300,000 passengers a year, cutting a 15-hour drive from Jakarta to just a 2-hour flight. Half an hour later, we arrive downtown. As the sun rises on Java, Banyuwangi is the first point its light touches. This coastal region of just under 2 million residents serves as a vital gateway to the island of the gods. Yes, those hills you see right there is Bali, and that's why you see so much traffic here. It is one of the busiest crossings in Indonesia. Operating 24/7 with more than 100 crossings a day at its peak. But let's not get carried away with crossing over, because Banyuwangi is no less charming. This is a fertile land blessed by nature, earning Banyuwangi the name the National Rice Center. 300,000 tons of rice are produced here annually, and to celebrate that is the Gandrung dance. It's a native Osing ethnic heritage from the descendants of the Blambangan Kingdom who reigned in Banyuwangi from the 15th to the 18th century. The dance is meant to praise the gods for a successful harvest. The name Banyuwangi itself has deep spiritual roots. Banyu means water and Wangi means fragrant, and legend says it was inspired by this well. So many still believe with the powers of this well, so I'm told that to respect this, I come here and do a wudu. The Muslim, just cleansing myself. It's a story of ultimate sacrifice by Sri Tanjung to prove her undeniable love. She was accused of cheating by her husband, Sido Pakso, who was then vice-regent of the region. In response, she offered to be executed, professing that if fragrant blood spills, her loyalty is proven. And so fragrant blood gushed into the well, prompting the vice-regent to yell out, "Banyuwangi, Banyuwangi!" Ever since then, the town was named Banyuwangi. Honestly, it feels like any other water, but there's a sense of spiritual calmness in this, and it's very clear. So, I believe in this. today, it's a renowned coastal destination, and we can't wait to get a taste of it. Hello from Bangstring Beach, where underwater wonders await, or so I've heard. Only one way to find out. Let's hit the water. We're about 30 kilometers north of the city. The Bangstring Beach is famed by tourists for its abundant marine life. And the best way to experience that is by going to Rumah Apung, or the floating house. Time to cross. Oh, I tell you, right under these waves is an underwater haven. You wouldn't believe the amount of fish that is under this flotation. It is so brilliant. Look at this. Right before me is at least 60 types of ornamental marine fish. We hope the picture on your screen do justice to the dazzling array of colors. The water here is just about 5 meters deep. Our guide took us for a short swim to more shallow waters, and Bangstring's coral reefs radiated their charm. Notice the array of racks that the reefs grow on? Well, they have a story.
Terumbu karangnya kayaknya buatan ini, Pak.
Iya, ini kami tanam lagi karangnya. Jadi sudah hancur karangnya. Di sini kena bom, potasium dulu. Dulu nelayan semua. Jadi sekarang nelayan mengadakan kelompok samudera bakti. Jadi kami perbaiki lagi.
Wow, so much of these coral reefs were destroyed by fish bombing and other things. So the people here, the locals, got together and tried to fix those problems. Whew.
Not just explosives, irresponsible people would also poison the fish with potassium to catch them quicker. 4 decades of such malicious practices have decimated the local marine life. It was only in 2008 that a restoration campaign was launched by the locals themselves. They replanted corals on artificial reefs made of PVC pipes, as well as structures called the fish apartments. It took 5 years, and it paid off. Local marine life recovered. In 2014, Bangstring was officially named a conservation area, and it was open as an ecotourism destination. However, corals and fish are not the only stars of the show.
We actually have sharks. Black tip sharks. It is lovely here. And they are undergoing treatment here. Let's have a look.
It's my first time having a swim with a shark. Alright, here we go. Oh, there he is. Black-tip sharks are frequent guests here, but as patients. Most of them were coincidentally caught by fishermen. They would be kept and nursed here for several months before they are returned to the wild. Oh, she's beautiful. And the thing the people here are doing for her? I love it. Time to go! Bangstring is a story of redemption by locals, a successful balance of livelihood and conservation. A snorkeling trip like ours would only cost about 30,000 rupiah or around $2, while a diving trip is about 300,000 rupiah or around $20, which comes with a guaranteed eye-watering surprise. Look at these. You know what these are? The language of the world.
coffee beans. So I've come here to a village in Banyuwangi who have made a name for themselves of growing home industry coffee. Let's see what it's all about.
We go for an hour drive to the hills north of the city. Welcome to Gombeng Sari, Banyuwangi's coffee village. Here, you'll find 600 hectares of coffee plantations.
See these plants? It's the go-to drink when you wake up in the morning, that caffeine punch to start out your day. Coffee beans. And all these trees here are owned and harvested by the people of Gombeng Sari themselves.
Sitting at 400 to 600 meters above sea level, these plantations are best suited to make fine Robusta coffee.
Wah, pasti enak. Makanya ada tagline kami itu, jangan lupa bahagia, karena bahagia itu ketika sampai di Gombeng Sari.
Meet Pak Rohman, who aims to bring the Banyuwangi coffee to the world stage.
Robusta di Gombeng Sari ini tidak jauh dari laut, sehingga perpaduan angin laut yang membawa unsur garam dengan angin gunung ini menciptakan cita rasa yang berbeda dengan kopi-kopi Robusta yang lain.
Coffee found their way here in the late 1800s to early 1900s when the Dutch planted coffee all over the archipelago. Local workers at the Dutch coffee plantations then brought their acquired skills home.
Masyarakat sebagian ketika pulang dari kerja itu lewat hutan itu ada tumbuh-tumbuh bibit kopi yang karena di perkebunan itu kalau udah merah-merah dimakan luwak ya, sehingga nanti sampai di hutan-hutan itu dikeluarin itu tumbuh. Nah ini sama masyarakat diambil lalu ditanamlah di lahan-lahan milik pribadinya itu.
Although coffee has flourished for decades here, they were only sold to middlemen. So that's where Pak Rohman comes in. He introduces newer techniques that leads to more yields. He also introduced roasting methods that boost the value tenfold. Another thing he developed for a side income is tourism.
Jadi perbedaannya, kalau orang ngopi di kafe itu ngopi yang sudah disiapin, tapi ketika di Gombeng Sari dia bisa ngopi hasil dia produksi sendiri.
And that coffee tour is what we're here for. Unfortunately, it's not harvest season yet, so the beans are still tiny. However, we did learn how to boost their yield.
Setelah tumbuh, lalu dilepas. Nah, dengan cara begini, tidak perlu penanaman ulang.
Penanaman ulang. Come, have a look. So this is new. They make it young again because this isn't producing much yield anymore. So what they do is they cut the bottom branch and make a new one, and this is going to yield much better than it would on the top here. Amazing, right? So the trick is to never stop, and you can do this for 12 to 15 minutes. Imagine the original one when they're doing this. This could be twice as big as this. You can really feel the heat, and you can never stop. Once you stop, this is gonna get charred, and it's not gonna go well. You can see it starting to change color. Woo, it's hot.
The method of roasting coffee beans with a civet supposedly started when the Dutch officer had a crush on a local worker. Seeing no other way to approach her, he hired her to work at his home as a coffee roaster. So she made do with what was available, roasting coffee using a stove and a civet. Sly move!
Hear the cracking sound? Yeah, that means it's almost done. So I gotta crank up the RPM here. Imagine doing 10 kilos of this. You don't need to go to gym. And the aroma, it's starting to smell very familiar. Yeah, crack it up. All right. You see the crack? Oh, that smell. Freshly roasted coffee beans. But these aren't ready. They gotta be left for 24 to 48 hours because they're still gassy. If you grind them now, it's not gonna be good for your stomach. So we gotta leave this for a while and drink it later on. Locals call this lasung. So we're breaking the coffee beans into smaller pieces. And as each bean breaks, oh, that coffee aroma. Oh, that is so beautiful. I guarantee you're not gonna get satisfaction like this in any coffee shop.
And voila, we're ready to brew.
There it is. They call this one kopi lanang, or the men's coffee. Supposedly, this has higher caffeine levels that makes it more macho. Let's try it. Ooh, that's smooth and strong. It's tasty, but I'm not the biggest fan of strong coffee. But to give us more insight on the taste of Banyuwangi coffee, I have here a friend of mine, our guide and a fellow Banyuwangi coffee enthusiast right here, Mas Kisma. Cheers, Mas.
Kalau yang saya rasakan ini memang spicy. Di samping memang lahan kopi yang ada di lereng-lereng gunung itu juga berdekatan lokasinya dengan banyak tumbuhan maupun tanaman-tanaman seperti cengkeh itu yang kemudian diserap oleh kopi dan mempunyai cita rasa seperti itu.
Unique indeed! Green beans are sold for around 30,000 rupiah or about $2 per kilogram, while a roasted one can go for 150,000 rupiah or around $10 per kilogram. But coffee isn't the only commodity Gombeng Sari has to offer.
They say this is a real Gombeng Sari special. Oh, look at these guys. Pak, permisi. Katanya nih belum ke Gombeng Sari kalau belum nyobain yang ini nih.
Oh iya, yang ini spesial di Gombeng Sari.
Apa tuh, Pak?
Perah susu kambing etawa.
Perah susu. Kita coba ya, Pak.
Coba.
Oke.
Telunjuk kita melingkar seperti ini. Nah, ini fungsinya untuk menahan agar air susu tidak kembali ke atas ketika kita perah.
Oke.
Misalkan ini adalah puting susu kambingnya, kita tahan menggunakan jempol telunjuk, 3 jari sisanya untuk memerah. Harus ada jarak antara, ya seperti itu.
I hope she's calm. Here we go. Okay. You know it's fresh because it's warm. That's ready to serve.
Nah, kita pastikan kalau misalkan bau, silakan buang aja.
Oh yeah, right. So if we did it right, this is gonna taste good. So all right, here we go. Coba ya. Cheers, guys. Ooh, enak, Pak. It tastes so fresh.
Fresh coffee and fresh milk. It couldn't have been better than this.
I'll have some coffee with that. Cheers, guys. Enter Fangorn Forest, the perilous road to the 2 towers. And that's my good friend, Treebeard. It sure looks like Middle-earth. Forgive my Lord of the Rings reference, but this is awesome! Welcome to Jawatan, home of the Trembesi trees! Yeah!
Hahaha! Jawatan is about an hour drive out of town. And people come here to see, well, trees. They have a few names for these trees in English, like rain trees or monkey pot trees. And right before you lies 4 hectares of land that is full of them.
In fact, in Indonesian, they actually call it pohon hujan or rain trees because these trees tend to drip water, especially from the leaves that hang out of them. But I'll tell you, these canopies are really out of this world. So this place wasn't meant to be a tourism spot. It was an area to store logs for a logging company. They just happen to have these hundreds of years old trees and people love it. Have a look here. Look at that. Cut out the bottom bit, get down low, and let your imagination roll.
People were quick to make this a movie set, a dramatic pre-wedding spot, or adventurous spot. We even got a bit too adventurous ourselves.
Oh, it's easy to get lost here. Snake. Kidding. Oh, stop. Stop. Maju, 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 maju. Itu.
That was a spider. No kidding. Remember, this is still a forest.
Little bit out of context, but it's good ice cream. You see, the Trembesi trees have really strong properties and they can be made into many handicrafts. We're gonna come take a look at that.
Just 5 minutes away by car is a home industry furniture shop, which specializes in using wood from rain trees. They would prowl villages and riverbanks for these trees. Huge blocks would be cut, sanded down, and polished with a resin finish. A table set would cost upwards of 5 million rupiah or around $350.
Galih-galihnya ya, orang Jawa bilang galihnya atau motifnya itu sangat menawan, menarik ketika pada saat di finishing sehingga kelihatan bagus, indah, dan ini saat ini sudah mulai diminati oleh kalangan menengah ke atas.
Craftsmen have also gone creative with handicrafts.
You can see it from the glass. Look at these. Don't they look nice? Come look. It's the swirls that make it special. It's on these cups, on the spoons, it's on this tumbler. Let's have a drink. A herbal remedy after a long day. Javanese turmeric. Temulawak. Oh, that is so fresh.
What an incredible place Banyuwangi is! No wonder it's an up-and-coming tourist destination. There's much yet to be seen here, but as the sun comes down, it's time to end our day at the sunrise of Java.